Hey guys, I'm Chris Buck and this is my guitar story for guitar.com. So this is my main Stratocaster, which may come as a surprise to some of you, especially if you've been following me for any amount of time or know of my 62 Stratocaster that I was very fortunate to pick up the year before last. But in terms of guitars that I feel I have a kind of deeper emotional bond or connection with, this would undoubtedly be the one. It's a 2004 Fender Highway 1 model that I bought in 2016, initially intended just as being a bit of a testing ground, I guess, for a signature set of pickups that I was developing with Radio Shop Pickups here in South Wales. Ironically, I wanted a guitar that I had no emotional connection to, one that I wouldn't mind ripping apart every few weeks to try the latest prototypes that we were developing. I had a quick look on eBay, found a modestly priced US Strat, this one for £500, and thought I'd take a punt on it. The first thing I noticed on arrival was that the guitar was in fantastic condition. Obviously not something that can be said of it today, even more so given it was 12 years old at that point. If memory serves, it actually had the original Fender Bullet string sticker on the back plate of the guitar. Now fast forward a couple of different sets of pickups going in and out, and myself and Radio Shop finally settled on the final specifications of what would be my signature model. Now, aside from loving the sound of the pickups, obviously, very quickly grew to love the sound of the guitar as a whole. It's nothing out of the ordinary, I guess, in terms of its spec or its playability. It's just an incredibly solid guitar that does absolutely everything I ask of it. And at this point, it really is no exaggeration to say it's been all around the world with me, and it's very much starting to show its age. It's actually finished in a type of acrylic, not nitrocellulose, as I've been guilty of saying in the past. Fender were kind enough to set me straight on that recently, although I guess it is a very common misconception, as the two lacquers do have a couple of commonalities. Primarily, a tendency to flake off or damage at the first sign of trouble. Aside from the pickups, the electronics are entirely stock, including the missing tone control, which all manner of speculation flying around as to what that is. I can confirm it's not a switch, it's not any extra circuitry, literally the result of my MacBook falling off my bed whilst on tour in Spain, landing on the guitar and taking that second tone control with it. Came to realise at the time I'd never really used that tone control, so I wasn't going to miss it, and kind of resolved to maybe fix it at some point further down the line. Fast forward a few years, that clearly hasn't happened. I just haven't gotten around to it, and for better or for worse at this point, it is very much a distinctive feature of the guitar. In short, it's just a great workhorse guitar. It's seen me through countless sessions, clinics, shows, gigs, tours, left, right and centre, planes, trains and automobiles. It's been in more plane holes than I care to think about, and has never once let me down. And come to think of it, it's never even so much as required any kind of maintenance apart from string changes. It's just one of those once in a lifetime together, incredibly well made guitars. It's taken a little bit of a backseat, I guess, recently with Cardinal Black. The Yamaha Revster I'm using for that band very much feels like the right guitar for that band at the moment, but this guitar was very much my main go-to on the 2018 Right to Better Day, the album I released with Buck and Evans. Although who's to say it's not going to very quickly find its way back into my arsenal as soon as we are allowed back out on tour. It's just one of those guitars that has a vibe and a character that honestly I feel has developed with myself as a player. It sounds a little bit arty-farty, I guess, but as with anything that you use and love and cherish and spend so much time with, it really is an element of symbiosis. It's a two-way relationship, and that is none more typified, for me at least, than in this guitar. And that, I guess, is my guitar story. Thank you very much for watching.